Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're going to try Only the Brave Tattoo by Diesel. So I got a lot of samples, like really a lot. All this here. I'm gonna do and more. It's just these that are next to me. So I'm gonna start trying a lot of little samples, which is nice because sometimes there's a text, and which is not nice because sometimes there's no text and there's no bottle to show. But anyway, here is a little paper of a sample. Shows a little picture of the bottle. So again, it's the same fist as usual. It's just different color. There's a little text inside of it. And here's the sample, little glass vial. The text that I got is in many language. It says in English, a new combination of sensual shisha tobacco and fresh juicy fruits. If you want to pause it and read it in your own language. If you don't speak English, you can. So let's try to smell. So as every fragrance of the line, it's a really sweet fragrance. There's some sweet aroma chemical that's there that I cannot tell you exactly where it is at first. Picking up some apple. There's a lot of coumarin in this fragrance. A lot of fragrance nowadays have a lot of coumarin, though it's not written in the note breakdown. Picking up a little bit of orange or Mandarin Orange, but it's really soft. It's there, but it's really soft. Pretty much all I'm picking up on paper. It reminds me a lot of another fragrance that I have. It's Musc Vulcain by Avant. It's a rare fragrance, so you probably haven't heard of it or smelled it, but it reminds me of that fragrance. On my skin, it's really different though. I'm picking up, of course, the apple and that sweetness. But straight from the beginning, I'm picking up some tobacco. It's not super strong tobacco, but it's there. It's present. It's the second most dominant note. It's more of the apple than it's tobacco. I'm also picking up the Mandarin Orange in the opening. As it dries down, I don't really pick up any heart note phase, really. There's pepper and sage disclosed in the heart note, but I'm not really picking those notes. It's probably just there as some aroma chemical to blend the apple, the orange, and stuff like that. As it dries down, the apple kind of dimmed and the tobacco became the main player. And at that point, there's also a lot of benzoin and then a lot of woody notes that I'm picking up. And that's pretty much the whole fragrance. It's really simple fragrance, but if you like apple and if you like tobacco, it's great fragrance. And I'm gonna go more in details, where I would see this fragrance a bit later in the video, but I would see this fragrance as a great fall fragrance because the note of apple, it reminds me apple pie and stuff like that. And the note of tobacco is just for me a great, amazing note for fall and for autumn. So I would see this fragrance as a really great scent for this season. Projection is average, little bubble around me. People were able to smell it. A little bubble, it's arm length. Longevity was really great. It was over 12 hours that it was lasting. For the complete note breakdown, top notes are red apple and Mandarin Orange. Heart notes are pepper and sage. And the base notes are tobacco, benzoin, woody note, and patchouli. Now where I would see this fragrance, personally, it's really sweet. So I wouldn't see it as a good business fragrance unless you're under 25 years old, and even 25, I'm pushing it. But if you're younger, a young adult, maybe even a teenager that you need a business fragrance, but you could make it work, but in your 30s, 40s, and more than that, I wouldn't see it as a business fragrance. It's way too sweet for that. As a dating fragrance, it would be really great. It's sweet. There's a little note of red apple that kind of makes it in those gourmand kind of fragrance that fits well in that style. It's also having the note of tobacco that is really seducing, and benzoin that I personally really love as a note that's in the family of vanilla. So will be a really great fragrance as a dating fragrance. In the winter summer spectrum, as I already said, I would see it as a fall fragrance, and with its projection and with the note, I would say it would either be good in summer or in winter. Winter it might work a bit because it's sweet, it will project, but it won't project much. In summer it might be a bit too hard and too heavy, especially that it's really a sweet fragrance. So I would say the best will be in transitional season, spring or fall, especially fall because of the type of note. But if you just love apple and tobacco, I mean, it's just personal preference that makes me put it in fall. It will be great also in spring. And as an everyday scent, I think you could make it work. It's not quite the style of an everyday scent, though it's a bit more serious than more other kind of seductive fragrance. So you could put it as an everyday scent, especially if you're younger. It's a sweet fragrance. There's still tobacco that makes it a bit elegant. So you can pull it off quite easily as an everyday scent. It's just not, I wouldn't put it in that category. I would really put it in a seductive fragrance and a dating fragrance that you could use as an everyday fragrance. Personally, I really loved it. I think that line is really great, in part for Spirit of the Brave Intense that was horrible. All the other fragrances that I'm trying of this line, I really love them. They smell really good. They're not quite my type of fragrance, so I don't have any bottle of them, but they all smell really good. If you're younger and you want something that smells good and tobacco, you should check this one out. Also, if you are not younger and you just love sweet fragrance, I think that's what makes me not really want to invest in a bottle. It's because it's a sweet fragrance and I'm not too much into those kind of fragrance. But if you love sweet fragrance, you want a nice apple tobacco, it's really great, really good. You should try it. You should at least, get a sample and give it a try. So hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you tried this fragrance, tell me what you think about it. Also, if you tried any other one from the line, tell me which one are great, which one you think I should check out. I already reviewed this one, the tattoo. I reviewed Street and Spirit of the Brave Intense. So if there's any other one you think are really good and I should check it out, put it in the comment. So thanks for watching and see you soon.